Okay, this is the story of what happened to me today in light of all these reform protests about protecting our women and children. I finished a job interview. I'm in a great mood. I'm walking to the car park where I park my car in a Waitrose in a very, very, very lovely place in London. I'm walking there and it's busy. The car park is packed, and I go to the machine to pay. There are construction workers everywhere. There are shoppers. There are people just parking their car, and there are loads of delivery drivers. I am paying for my thing, and this lovely man comes up to me, and he's like, "Excuse me, miss, like, do you think you can help me with my parking? I don't understand it." And I'm like, "Yeah, of course I can." And he's like, "Just, like, you can finish paying, like, that's absolutely fine." I'm like, "Okay, like, thank you." So I finish paying, I walk over to the next machine, and I start helping him. I'm like, "What's your number plate?" He proceeds to touch me on my birthmark here, and I'm like, "Okay, what?" I brushed it off. I'm like, "What's your number plate?" He doesn't say anything, and I'm like, what the fuck? There's a woman next to me, like, smiling at me, thinking this is really fucking funny to her, that I'm getting tormented by this man. He then proceeds to grab me by my neck, and then go, with one hand, go like this in the other hand, and with both sides. I pull back. This man stinks. He then proceeds to say, "I don't actually have a car, I just wanted to talk to you." I'm like, "Okay, I have to go to work, I don't. Like, see you later." So I start walking off. I've already paid. Start walking to my car. Comes back, grabs my hair, and flings me back round. And I'm now looking at this group of men. There's maybe 12 to 15 of them, and they are standing there and they're watching it. I'm looking at them because I need someone to step in. I need someone to help me. No, they just laugh. They are audibly laughing at me. This man is fully squeezing on me. I can barely talk. And then he finally lets go, and I walk. He's like, "I just wanted to flirt, like I haven't spoken to a woman in a long time." Fucking apparently so. I'm walking off. People are now watching because I'm like nearly about to burst into this man like shouting at me. He then shows me his hand, and he's like, "It smells like you. I'm never gonna wash it." And I'm like, oh my god, this man has literally just touched my entire face and neck. I'm pretty much walking to my car. I'm trying to hold back the tears. I'm looking back. He's following me to my car. Again, people are watching this entire ordeal. I'm going to say maybe about 25 people are watching this, including the 12 to 15 men. White men that are standing there. They don't fucking do anything. Protect our women, my ass. You don't give a fuck. None of them give a fuck. I walk to my car. This man is standing behind my car, so I can't reverse out. I literally can't reverse out. This man in his car next to me, he's just watching it happen. I'm in tears and I'm in heels. I literally can't drive. I can't sit there because this man's probably going to break my window in. He finally leaves, shouting stuff I don't know. I race out of that car park and I just cry. I'm in shock. This has happened and I need to go scrub my face. But fucking protect our women and children. You're not protecting shit. You stand there like the little fucking coward you are. You only don't like it when it's, when it's a brown person that does it. Well, who fucking helped me today? No one.
Women said they wanted equality and they don't need men, but when they're in trouble, they want men to help them. The reason why men stopped helping is because there are many stories of men jumping to a woman's defence and they end up in hospital, or worse, 6 feet under the ground. Most men are willing to help their female friends and family, but are not willing to risk their lives for strangers, especially when those strangers spew hate towards them online. Watch this example of a man jumping to a woman's defence, and look what happens to him.
This man was the victim of a crazed Syrian asylum seeker who stabbed him when he tried to stop the man assaulting a woman on a tram. The American model had been on holiday in the German city of Dresden and stepped in to stop the migrant harassing the woman.
So essentially, I got on the tram with my friends and we were headed downtown, and I had visualized this girl when I walked in there. She was sitting by, and we sat down. We're talking with each other, having a good time, we're smiling, we're there for a good time, we're headed down to the city. This is just one other normal night for us, and this is just one normal night spending with Frank and Nico, both my friends and my host brother. In a little bit into the tram ride, a man came on and started to harass the young lady and another lady that was present. Now that young man raised his voice, he assaulted the lady, grabbing her, throwing her around, and I tried to intervene at first, There were some words said that led me to believe that they knew each other somewhat. So I sat back down originally, and my friend and host brother were generous enough to translate that. But the man didn't lower his voice, and he kept being aggressive to the girl. And after I sat down, he took a little lap around the little bay area in the tram and kept just ramping himself up with his words, getting angrier and angrier, shouting, screaming, acting violent towards that young woman, and came right back around. She stood up. He grabbed her, hit her with a closed fist, and threw her down on the chair. That is when I saw it fit to intervene to maintain and respect her safety, trying to de-escalate the situation. I reached out my hand to the man, trying to push him backward, keeping distance between me and him and her. But he took that as a sign he could fight me, or a sign to be physically aggressive towards me. And so he was, and he threw his strikes, and we had a slight altercation and exchange, which led to him trying to continue to attack me even after I had maintained distance and reached out my hands, open hands, and trying to protect the young lady. Subsequent to that, a man had, unbeknownst to me, come around the corner on my right, and I just looked to the side after I heard a slight click. The knife went right over my face. I stepped backwards, and my entire hand was red when I touched my face, and that's when I knew I had been brutally cut.
This is what can happen if a man jumps in to a woman's defense. He can get attacked himself, and for this guy, he got his nose slashed from his face. Protecting strangers is also a life-risking action, and if this man had his own family to look after, he would have left them behind in this world to provide for themselves. Women don't realise that these situations can be life-threatening. They may insult men for not jumping to their defence. What would they say if the man who does jump to their defence loses his life? The most he will get in a social media post saying, "Thank you, rest in peace." Unless a man is extremely confident he can defend a stranger and has the skills to do so, he should exercise great caution. It's a shame we live in a world with such crazy people who create these threatening situations in the first place. Personally, I think the best thing to do is to call upon a few other men, if there are any sitting around, and agree to subdue the man together. There is strength in numbers, and that would probably be the best scenario to protect the woman, so that everybody comes out unharmed. So what would you have done if you were in this situation? Would have you jumped to the woman's defense like this guy did and get your nose chopped off? Would you have called the police, or do nothing? Do you believe feminism and the hate men receive online from women has caused men to not defend women? Let me know your thoughts and feelings about these questions in the comments. Until next time.
Real men of genius.